Hi, welcome to this demo where we will use IBM Bob to analyze the migration complexity of V5 version 5 API Connect APIs to V10 Data Power API Gateway. We have four such V5 APIs with medium to complex complexity level with different policies. Gateway policies are being extensively used, and these are like very complex APIs with multiple V5 specific policies in use. So now we'll use Bob to see how it can help generate a migration assessment report and help us analyze whether it is easy or how complex it is to migrate these APIs to V10 Data Power API Gateway. Manually analyzing APIs for migration complexity is time consuming and error prone. Teams have to inspect specifications, policies, and backend dependencies one by one, making it difficult to get a complete and consistent view, leading to underestimation of effort. In platforms like IBM API Connect, complex assemblies and environment-specific configurations further increase the difficulty levels. As a result, manual analysis slows down decision making, introduces inconsistencies, and raises the risk of migration failures and rework. So let us use Bob to take away some of these migration complexities by first assessing how easy or difficult it is to migrate existing V5 APIs and what are the possible recommendations and best practices while we take these APIs to V10 Data Power API Gateway. Bob is going to generate a comprehensive report for this analysis, and we will use that analysis to define our next steps. So, Bob has created this to-do list where it is going to read and analyze all the V5 APIs. Then it will identify the V5 specific policies and features, and then it is going to assess the migration complexity for each API, and then it will help us with the V10 migration considerations and best practices, generating the comprehensive HTML report with the recommendations. So that is the outcome expected from Bob out of this. So Bob has completed its task and generated a comprehensive report for the same. Let us see how this report looks like. So this is the HTML. Okay, so it has analyzed four APIs, and two are high complexity APIs, two are medium complexity, and estimated effort is 6 to 8 weeks for this migration. So these are the four APIs, and it captures the key differences, migration strategy, best practices, and the recommendation. Here it is saying like all four APIs use data power gateway policies, which is extensively used in these APIs. And migration to V10 requires refactoring because of the changes in the policy syntax. Gateway script has been modernized, auth provider configuration has updates are required, and assembly flow restructuring, property and catalog management changes are required. And further, we can look at the policy change, the changes that are required for V5 feature to the respective V10 migration requirements. And later we can see the complexity by APIs. So this is a highly complex APIs, and what are the different migration challenges and the migration considerations. So it is also reviewing the gateway script content, and it is also recommending to use context variable names for V10. There are some URL open module being used, so which can be actually replaced with invoke policies, which recommendations are given here, and catalog specific properties to be changed to V10 format and test. Likewise, we have another highly complex API, cards primary issuer, and this is a medium complexity API where we have used complexity level is because of the OAuth to Doto password flow, nested switch statements, session token, cache control headers. So, and we have the migration recommendation also. update the auth configuration, so V5 security definition, and simplify the switch logic, flatten it because it is highly complex currently. And then we have the fourth API with the medium complexity, which is again some hard-coded values being used, business logic in the gateway being used, and mock data mixed with the production code. So it not only analyzes the complexity which involved in migrating these APIs from V5 to V10, but also in the best practices recommendation on how we should redesign this API for better performance and take advantage of the V10 specific new features and functionality. So this can be a good starting point to avoid migration complexity, underestimating the migration efforts, and I also propose what are the different best practices when it comes to migrating these APIs. Thank you.